Okay, students, so today we are doing types of software part 2. We have started in the last class and we have covered some of the topics in the last session, and today we will do the next part. Okay, students, so today we will be doing what are the different types of softwares are there. Okay, so there are mainly two types of software, and they are system software and application software. Fine. So what is system software? So the softwares which are used or which are responsible for running the system, means the computer, are said to be a system software. Without these softwares, our system, our computer cannot work at all. Okay. Whereas application software are the softwares which are developed to make the users work easier. Okay, so without application software the computer can work, but without system software the computer cannot work. Fine, that's why the name has got as system software. So we will see some examples of system software. So the examples are OS, means operating system, then device driver, utility programs. So these are some of the examples of system software. Okay, now students, you know operating system. Operating system is what? Now whenever we buy a new computer, the first thing what we need to do, we need to install an operating system. Can you imagine without an operating system the computer is running? No, isn't it? Now why it is so? Because what is operating system? Operating system is nothing but a software. Okay, it is a big software, means it has a collections, it has a large collections of instructions in it, which instruct the computer or the hardware, the monitor or the CPU or the mouse or the keyboard, how to work. Okay, so that is operating system. So operating system is needed to run the computer. Fine. Then device drivers. So what are device drivers? Device drivers are also softwares. These are used for particular device, like we buy a new printer from the market. So along with the printer, device driver is provided. Why it is so? Because the printer is new for our computer. Yes, how we will instruct the computer that we are attaching a new device to the computer, and how we will introduce it to the computer. We need to say that we cannot make like friends, no, see, your new friend is here, this is the printer do so and so. So what we need to do, we need to instruct the computer in the form of some language, and that instruction is given in the CD that comes along with the printer. So that is said to be a device driver. So many of the devices come with some software that we have to install in the computer in order to run that device. Fine. So those are device driver. So without this device driver, that device will not run. So it also comes under system software. Understood, students? Next, utility software. Utility software is a system software that is designed to help analyze, configure, optimize or maintain a computer. So it's very important to maintain the computer. Like suppose we need to fragment, or we need to, what we can say, format our hard disk. Do you know what is hard disk? Hard disk is a memory, all right, where we can store the information for permanent use. Now we can make some divisions in the hard disk. Like whenever we open my computer, we can see there C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, like that. So that is not physically divided. We cannot give borders, or physically we cannot put some rods and divide the hard disk, isn't it? Is it possible? No. So what we do, we virtually do that. Fine. And with the help of some software. So those softwares are said to be as utility programs. They help in maintaining the whole system. Understood, students? So these are some of the example of system software. Now let's again come to application software. As I told that application softwares are used to make the user's task easier. So there again, application softwares can be divided into two different types. One is for general purpose application and special purpose application. Now general purpose application like Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, these are general applications which can be used for many purpose. Like I am here teaching you in Microsoft PowerPoint, creating a presentation, so I am using it for school. Some doing business, they also are creating presentation for their office, so they are using it for office purpose. So it is for general people, general purpose, anyone can use that. And next one is special purpose application, means these applications or these softwares are designed for some specific task, for some specific organization, for some specific persons. Okay, so this is the okay, let us see the examples, some of the examples. So general purpose application, as I told you, MS Word, MS Excel or MS PowerPoint. So these can be used for school purpose, it can be used for education, it can be used for office purpose, many things, isn't it? So these are some of the application or some of the softwares which are for which are developed for general purpose. Now what are the special purpose applications? So for example, our school, see, school management system. So for our school, if I develop a software, it will be according to the needs of our school, isn't it? So this is a special purpose application. This application can be used for specific organization, for some specific applications. Okay, so school management system will be one example. Another, similarly, another example will be bank management system. So I can also create a software for a specific bank, a specific branch like SBI, like Overseas Bank and all, and it will be according to the needs of those banks. Fine. So it is for a special purpose application. All right, students. Okay, students, that's all for today. For today, I'm ending my class. Thank you.